Hi everyone, Happy New Year. In this video, we're just going to be doing some basic integrals. So, say if you had to take the integral of a function x of n, well, x to the n power, not x of n, dx. You want to remember the integral power rule, which is denoted as x to the n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c. So this is what the integral power rule is denoted as, and the c represents any constant, but we don't know what that constant is. It could be 1, 5, or even a million. So make sure you remember this integral power rule as we're doing some of the problems. So without any further ado, let's hop straight into it. So I got three basic integral problems we're going to start first, starting with the top one, x cubed. According to the integral power rule, we would just simply write this as x to the 3 plus 1 over 3 plus 1. And then this would simply get us x to the 4th over 4 plus c. Do not forget the plus c, and this will be our final answer. Or you could write this as 1/4 x to the 4th. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Starting with the second one, well, not starting, well, going with the second one, we could just simply integrate term by term, starting with 3x. How we would integrate 3x is by 3x to the 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1 plus the integral of the constant 5, which is just 5x. Performing the math with the first term, we would simply get 3x squared over 2 plus 5x plus c. And this will be the final answer for the second one. Hopping into the last one, starting with the first term, we would write out 4x to the 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 plus 2x to the 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1. Performing the math, we would get 4x to the third power, or 4x cubed, over 3 plus 2x squared over 2. However, we can simplify the second term as we do have 2's in both the numerator and the denominator, and these two would just simply cancel out, and we would get 4x cubed over 3 plus x squared plus c. And this will be our final answer. Hopefully that was okay enough. Hopefully I explained that part well. And without any further ado, we're going to hop into the next set of problems here. We have arrived at our next set of problems. Feel free to pause the video and attempt these yourself. Okay, so starting with the first one, we will want to integrate the first term. We would do this by writing out x to the 4 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 plus, now the second term, 3x to the 3 plus 1 over 3 plus 1. And then finally, the integral of the constant, 2x. Doing the math here, this would simply get us x to the 5th over 5 plus 3x to the 4th over 4 plus 2x plus c. And this will be the final answer for the first problem. Now, starting with the second problem, we will write this out as x to the negative 2 plus 1 over negative 2 plus 1. This gets us x to the negative 1 over negative 1, which can be rewritten as, sorry about that little stutter, which can be rewritten as negative 1 over x plus c. This will be the final answer for the second one. Hopping into the third one now, we will want to apply the integral power rule to the first term by writing it out as 2x to the 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1 plus the integral of 1 over x, which is just simply natural log of absolute value of x. And applying the math here, it would just simply be x squared plus natural log of the absolute value of x plus c. And this would be our final answer. So if you were able to do these problems on your own, great job. If not, that's okay. We're going to hop into our last set of problems. We have arrived at our last set of problems. Feel free to attempt these yourself if you like. Let's start with the first one here. So, as always, we want to apply power rule. So it would be 4x to the 3 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 plus the integral of the second term. By applying power rule, we get 8x to the 4 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 plus e to the x, as the integral of e to the x is itself. And doing the math for these terms, we realize that this would just simplify down to x to the 4th, since we would get a 4 in the numerator and the denominator, and they would cancel out. And the second term, it will be 8x to the 5th over 5 plus e to the x plus c. And this is our final answer for the first one. Oh my god, what was that? Anyways, going into the second one, we could write square root of x as x to the 1/2. And we need to apply integral power rule to this by writing out x to the 1/2 plus 1 over 1/2 plus 1. This would get us x to the 3/2 over 3/2. And we could rewrite this as, I'm going to write it in a cleaner form this time. We could rewrite this as 2/3 x to the 3/2 plus c. And this will be our final answer for the second one. Going into the last one now, it's kind of like previous ones we did. We apply the integral power rule to each term. That's the first term, and the second term, 3x to the 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1. And the integral of 1 would just be x. And applying the math, we would finally get x cubed over 3 plus 3x squared over 2 plus x plus c. And this will be our final answer right here. Alright, that's going to be all for this video. I really hope you learned and enjoyed it, and if you did, feel free to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And please let me know in the comments what you liked, what you didn't like, and so on. That's going to be all from me, and I will see you in the next one, and let's make this year a good one.